Sup nerds, welcome back to my channel. How you do? It's me, Rummy, and I'm back. I'm back with my series that I'm gonna be calling Rivals Renditions, which is just my guide and my tutorial of characters. So today we are doing Adam, and yeah, let's get right into it. Shall we? Let's get into that practice range. Okay, so let's first go over his kit real quick, which in the last video, my VTuber was in the way of some of them, and I will just post it on the screen of what they are. So first let's start with his base attack, which is his Quantum Magic. It's just a simple left click. There we go. And it's pretty powerful, as you can see. With Adam, I will say you want to have very good accuracy. Obviously, you need to like hit headshots. Because if you're hitting a body shot, it still does pretty good damage, but it doesn't do as much damage. You can like 2.5 tap. It's pretty insane. And then we have his Cosmic Cluster, his right click, which is basically just his left click, but wind it up. So you're doing more attacks at once. And that is how you melt people really quickly as him. You see how I'm like able to kill them really quickly? If I hit all headshots and then I do another tap, they're dead. So that's why I'm saying with Adam, you want to aim very well. You want to aim as best as you can. Then we have his Soul Bond, his left shift, which when you're in a radius of your teammates, you activate it and then you're soul bonded with them for a few seconds. And also with a recent update, you can fly with it now, which is pretty cool. It is on a like 40-second cooldown, so keep that in mind. You want to use it when your teammates are taking a lot of damage, or like when a storm is ulting, it's a good time to use it as well. Basically when your team is taking a lot of damage, or if you're trying to push with them, it's a good way to like push in with them. And then his most important one, in my opinion, is his Avatar live stream, his E, which as you can see, if you look on my screen here, you can see that it prompts them to heal them. So it's almost like an instant heal, and it'll go to another teammate as well. As you can see, it'll bounce through them. So the thing I will say about his E is that obviously you don't want to use it when they're like only a little bit hurt. I would say if they're like half or less, in my opinion, unless you're just trying to top somebody off real quick, like a tank, if they're taking a lot of damage, because this is life-saving. The thing about Adam is that he's a lifesaver. He's not meant to top you off. That's your other main healers like a Luna, a Mantis, a Cloak and Dagger. And then we have his Soaring Surge, his F ability, which is fairly new. It just gives him the ability to fly. And you can fly, so he has more mobility now, which is quite nice, I will say. And then we have his passive, his Regenerative Cocoon, which means you can just respawn when you die. You only have a few seconds to use it, so you gotta use it, and then you'll be, bam, you're alive again. Keep in mind, it does take a second to regen and come back alive, so you want to hide behind a wall or be not out in the open, basically. And it does have quite a long cooldown. Then we have his Karmic Revival, which is his ult ability, which when a teammate dies, you'll see at the bottom right how many people are dead, and then you ult, and then they come back to life. And then they have bonus health as well. So you just want to heal them up, give them a quick E, and then they can go off and do their own thing. So you want to use that strategically when your teammates are taking a lot of damage or if they're already dead. I like to use it if a Punisher's ulting, and I know my team doesn't have much to defend from that. Like they don't have a Strange Shield anymore, they don't have an Emma Shield, they don't have a Mag ult, stuff like that. Or if, like I said, they're already at least like 2 or 3 of them are dead, that's when you want to use it. And yeah, so some quick advice and tips with him. You don't have the most mobility. They did rework him and make him have more mobility, so you can like fly away. I like to like try to fly up, do damage like that. I love to hold this, and then because you can hold it for a good second until they force you to use it. So I like to hide behind walls and then like peek, do it, and then you can fly up, bam, right on them like that. I like to fly up with this because it makes it a lot harder for them to find you if people aren't looking up, obviously. And yeah, that's basically his kit, low-key. He doesn't have a whole lot to him, but he isn't the easiest character because you need to aim, you need to make sure that you're keeping your team alive, because he is like I said earlier, he's a lifesaver. You wanna use his heals to save your teammate's life when they're critical or under half. That's when I like to use a healing bit, because it does take a second to come back, your E ability. And I will say, when you're winding this up, it takes 5 of your ammo, so keep that in mind. You can only use it 3 times in total. But if you have less than 5, you can still hold it and it'll count as 5, which is pretty nice. I will go over his current team up, which is with Storm, which changes his F ability. So you fly a lot faster, and you actually leave a little trail, which actually will heal your team that goes through it, and gives them a little movement speed as well, which is quite nice. I do like that. But it makes you so much faster when you're flying, and the trail is really nice. It stays for a few seconds, and it gives them mobility, so it's really nice when you need to push in. For example, your team's coming back to the point, right? Think of like a payload. You need to get in there, you use this, go around them, and so then they're healing up, so they're being healed by that damage that they're trying to make space from, and they have movement speed so they can be more aggressive faster, which is quite nice. And yeah, that's basically his entire kit. I don't really have a whole lot else to say about him. I remember when I was first playing him, people thought he was such a throw pick. I got so much backlash, but I feel like nowadays people are more into the idea of Adam being added as one of their healers. He's really good in triple support, obviously, but he can totally work if you got like a Sue or a Cloak or any main healer. And yeah, I hope this video helped you, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to put them in the comments below. Alright y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!